I'm a
Whoa,
Fever
you
fan.
told me you love Angel Reese. What are you talking
Oh,
about? You said that's what you said. That's what you said. Whoa. Come on, let's not discredit her now. She is a reason why some people are tuning in. Come on.
Right. Anyways.
She's a champ. Bring her.
Yeah. Welcome back to another episode of the Inquisitive Mamba Podcast. This is episode 142. I hope everyone is having a great day, great night wherever you are around the world. Little shout out to me. The boot is officially off. I officially finished physical therapy today. I'm so excited, over the moon. Oh my gosh, opening day in the MLB today. Sweet 16, the NCAA March Madness tournament. It's been a wild ride so far in March Madness so far. My Florida Gators playing the Maryland Terps tonight. We're going to send them back to Maryland tonight. We are going to give them turtles in their suitcases and send them back to Maryland. We're going to cover the spread -6.5. Oh, man, so much to get into with the NFL. Jamar Chase, T. Higgins finally signing their contracts, driving around in Miami with Lamborghinis. What are they thinking? Oh, man, Stephon Diggs to the Patriots. Just when you thought the NFL free agency was dying down, it's like the C class of the NFL free agency. Stephon Diggs to the Patriots, Russell Wilson to the New York Football Giants. Billy was in shambles. Jameis Winston signing with the Giants last weekend. What the hell are the Giants doing? Dan Hurley going crazy over the Florida Gators, saying it was the refs. The refs cost us that game. St. John supposedly was supposed to go all the way. They lost to the Arkansas Razorbacks. Oh, man. Ethan, I hope you had a great weekend. But, guys, before we officially start the show, we only have a very short amount of time because Ethan has other plans after this. He's got to kick us to the curb after this, but we're recording on such short notice. The games tonight, 4 games tonight. I can't wait. Florida, Maryland, BYU, and Alabama. What's my other 2 games? Is it Arkansas and Texas Tech, or is that tomorrow night? My 4 games are, here we go, BYU, Alabama, Maryland, Florida, Arizona, Duke, Texas Tech, Arkansas. So that was right. Okay. All right, guys. So without further ado, let's get into the show. But before we get into it, I know I'm going crazy right now because we don't have a lot of time. Make sure to hit that subscribe button on YouTube. Make sure to follow Ethan's Instagram, The Couch Reports. Make sure to follow our Instagram, The Inquisitive Mamba Podcast. We're rolling on TikTok and Instagram with the clips. 36,000 engagements in the past 30 days on Instagram, all because of you guys with the clips. Make sure to follow Ethan's Instagram and TikTok, The Couch Reports. But let's get into it. March Madness. Oh my gosh. I mean, if it's not the greatest time of year in sports for college basketball, if you're a college basketball junkie like myself, I know Ethan isn't the biggest college basketball fan. He is rooting for Duke, even though my Gators are going to take Duke down in Cooper Flag. Freshmen don't win championships. Experienced teams do. However, let's get right into it off the bat. Florida, Maryland tonight. I cannot wait for this game. I really think Florida is going to run the table in this game. I think they're going to dominate this game, not even being biased. I know UConn lost to Florida this past Sunday, and Maryland beat Colorado State off that buzzer beater by Derek Queen, which we could say that was a travel. We could say it's not a travel. It looked like a travel because it was a gather step. If you were asking me, and I was watching that from a distance, I would say Derek Queen traveled that ball. Would you agree? Or I would say he traveled.
That's what it looked like, but
it did.
That's why this gathering thing, it's just too, I don't know.
Well,
it's what James Harden did in the NBA for a minute.
They get away with it so much in the NBA, but now you watch it in college basketball. Like, I know they're more stringent on the rules in college basketball compared to they are in the NBA, but it looked like a travel to me. However, here nor there, Maryland, they beat Colorado State off a buzzer beater. They're a good team, but I don't think they're as good as the Gators. I'm not even being biased. The Gators are arguably the best team in the country. They're a well-equipped, oiled machine. They're experienced. They have the coach. They have the experienced players, the veterans. Elijah Martin, he's a transfer from FAU. You have Walter Clayton, who's been in this position before. So I think Florida should handle this game. Now, I understand it's March Madness. Anything can happen. But if I'm a bettor, I'm taking Florida -6.5 all day long. I know they didn't cover the spread against UConn. And I'm not just saying that because I'm a Florida fan and I'm wearing a Florida t-shirt and I went to school there and that's my alma mater. They're a much better team. They should handle Maryland with no issues at all. And the thing about the UConn-Florida game is UConn, I think, is a better team than Maryland. I understand UConn wasn't placed as a higher seed compared to Maryland coming into this tournament, but they have the experience. They have the coach. They've been in this position before. They've won 2 back-to-back national championships. So obviously they're going to give everything in their almighty power to make sure that they don't get blown out in that game. Was Florida sloppy in that game at times? Absolutely. Could they be kicking their mouth with plays that they could have played better? Yeah, they could have played much better in that game, but it's March Madness. Anything can happen. It's a 1-game set. Anything can happen. I mean, you could have the most random guy go off, but UConn is a great team. Hats off to them. But one thing I do want to talk about before we move on from the Florida UConn and kind of dive a little bit more into the Maryland Florida game. What the hell is Dan Hurley thinking? That is an embarrassment to your program, to your school. You've won 2 national championships back to back. I know he was potentially linked to the Lakers. Thank God the Lakers didn't take him. I know he didn't want to go there. He's not fit for the NBA. I know he can get away with that with college players, and you can do that. But in this day and age, that is a disrespect to your program. And he kind of basically tried to apologize. I understand he's a Northeastern guy. He coached at URI before. He's in New Jersey. He's a hard-nosed guy. But you hold yourself to a very high standard in college basketball, in all of sports, in any sort of job. You don't do that. I understand you're upset and you say, I hope the refs don't F us the way they I hope the refs don't F Baylor the way they F'd us. What are you doing? Why? There's no reason to say that. I know he wears his heart on his sleeve. He's that kind of coach, and he's very aggressive, and he cares about his players. But like, after a while, it gets old. It's like it's fun when you're winning and you can get away with that, and But still, even then, it looks bad. I don't know. My takeaway from that was like, there's no reason to do that. There's a time and a place you do that, and that just wasn't the time and a place. And yeah, you've won 2 national championships. It's like you got spoiled so quick. It's because you were winning. You were winning. You were winning.
That's what you're saying.
But when you do that and you lose, okay, you lost in a very close game. But how about like hats off to the Gators? They played a great game. That had nothing to do with the refs. The Gators the refs had no imprint on that game at all. If anything,
I had
Florida
winning.
Florida got really.
Yeah, I just chose it based off of what I knew last year. I know they won, but I also know they lost a lot of big players. I think one of them was a lottery pick to the Trailblazers.
Yes, he was. Donovan Clingan. Yeah, he went to the Trailblazers. But moving away from that, UConn has had a tremendous run. They won 13 or 14 straight games in a row, and Florida stopped them that. But at some point, the machine is going to die down. At some point, your car battery is going to go. It can, just like a Tesla battery, aside from all the stuff going on with Tesla right now. But
they have one of their guards entering the transfer portal too. 5-star.
They have a bunch of players entering the transfer portal, and that's another thing. We'll get into that about the transfer portal in college basketball. That is actually a really big topic right now. But going back to this Florida Maryland game, if I'm a bettor, I'm taking Florida over Maryland -6.5. I know Maryland's a good team, but I don't think. Listen, that's another thing too. I'll add on to this point here. Florida has played great all year. They've played against big SEC teams. They played Auburn. They played Tennessee. They played Kentucky. They played Alabama. They won the SEC championship. So there's no excuses why they don't win this game. Now, anything can happen in any given day. I totally understand that. But there's no excuses why Florida loses this game. They should cover the spread -6.5. The Todd father, Walter Clayton, they're a well-equipped oiled machine. They have the experience. They're very deep. They get punched in the mouth like they did in that UConn game, and they come back even 10 times stronger. And if I'm a bettor, or if I'm betting on a team, Walter Clayton, he looks like Steph Curry out there for college basketball. If you're a bettor, or you're just a fan of the game, you love watching Walter Clayton play, man. He is built for March. So
are your Gators the favorite to win the entire thing?
Them and Duke are the favorites, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so if I'm a bettor, I've got -6.5, Florida winning this game. They cover the spread, and Maryland goes home. All right, our next game, BYU, Alabama. Well, Alabama has arguably the best offense in the country. Sears has been remarkable. Nate Oates is a great coach. He's built that program back up from the bottom. They went to the Final Four last year against UConn, and who they lost to. BYU has had an amazing run so far. They beat VCU in the first game. I forget who they played in the second game. There's been so many games. However,
second game was Wisconsin.
They beat Wisconsin as well. Thank you. So I don't know what's my spread on this Alabama Florida game or BYU. Is it -4.5 or 5.5? Right? Is it 5.5?
I'm double checking right now for you. -4.5.
Okay, so it's 4.5. So I think it'll be. The one thing, Alabama's got a great offense. The only concern with Alabama is they don't play enough defense. But my biggest concern with BYU is, can they keep up with this Alabama offense? Because Alabama's got a great offense. Grant Nelson, Youngblood, Sears, like they have the team. So if I'm a bettor, I'm definitely taking Alabama -4.5. Absolutely. I don't think BYU will be able to keep up with Alabama's offense. Now, I understand it's March Madness. Anything can happen. Upsets are always on the rise. But if it's a year like this, I see Alabama covering the spread. They're a more experienced team. I feel like Nate Oates is a better coach. I don't know a lot about BYU, but from what I watched them in the tournament compared to how I've watched Alabama play throughout this entire season and how they've played in this tournament, I know they beat St. Mary's, and their first game was against was it Robert Morris, and they dropped 90 points. BYU is a good defensive team, but can they stop Alabama? Can they compete? Can they keep up? It's like in football, right? It's like we've got a great defense, but the offense is so much better, right? It's like, are you going to be able to match them points for points? I don't see that. We'll see. I think Alabama covers this game and they move on to the Elite Eight. Arizona Duke. Woo! I know you're a big Duke guy. Oh my gosh. Huge. I hate to say this. I know Caleb Love was on UNC 3 years ago in the 2022 Final Four game and they beat Duke. This is a total different Duke team.
No,
if it's not Florida winning the national championship or the March Madness, it's Duke. Duke is going to absolutely wipe the floor with Arizona. I'm sorry. Cooper Flagg doesn't even have to do a whole lot on this team. They've got Kneppel. They've got Malak. They have Proctor. Tyrese Proctor had 7 threes last game against Baylor. I mean, they ran them out of the gym. And the athleticism, the athleticism for Duke is remarkable. I mean, they're not as experienced as the Gators. They're not as experienced as a Tennessee, but their talent level and what they're able to do. And if Duke gets into a close game, that could be concerning, but I don't think Arizona has the firepower to keep up with Duke. And Caleb Love has been in this position before, like he was on that UNC team, but the spread I think is 9.5. Oh, I would take that 9.5 all day long, right? Is it 9.5?
Double checking. Yep, 9.5.
Yeah. So if it's not, 9.5. I would take that. I really would. I think they handle this game no problem. I think Arizona will try to keep up with them fast paced in the beginning because I remember, Pac-12 style of basketball, previously Pac-12. But I don't think they'll be able to keep up with Duke. I really don't. Duke wins this game at least by 10 points. They might even win this game by 15. So if I'm betting on this game, I got Duke minus 9.5, moving on to the Elite Eight. Yeah, dude, that team is so talented. I know some people are concerned because the ACC is the only team, Duke's the only ACC team left in this tournament, and they haven't played really anybody, or the ACC hasn't been that strong this year. Obviously, we saw Clemson lose to McNeese in the first round as an upset. And North Carolina lost to Ole Miss, which North Carolina should have never been in this tournament in the first place. That's a whole nother conversation. However, I have Duke winning this game. Give me the spread, minus 9.5. I've got 3 favorites winning this game, but I'll give you a surprise for my next game tonight. Texas Tech, Arkansas. Give me the Arkansas Razorbacks to win this game outright and beat Texas Tech.
Coach Cal.
I love Coach Cal. I love what he's done at this program. And it's crazy you're saying you're picking another SEC team over a Texas Tech team. I don't know a lot about Texas Tech. However, Arkansas is very, very experienced with Coach Cal.
Yes.
I think these players believe, man. I really do. And let's just sit here and say, some people are like, well, should Arkansas have made the tournament? Should they not have? I will sit here and say Arkansas is not playing like a 10 seed. I know they beat St. John's, and everyone can say, was St. John's overrated? Were they not? The only reason why St. John's was in this position in the first place was because of Rick Pitino, which everyone knows that. So Arkansas wins this game outright. They beat Texas Tech. I don't care about your spread. Give me the Razorbacks to win this game outright. With Coach Cal, they believe in these players. They just beat St. John's. They can beat Texas Tech. I think Texas Tech's a good team, but Arkansas can do it. And the
spread is minus 5.5.
Yep, give me Arkansas outright. And you know what? If you're concerned, if you don't think Arkansas will win this game's outright, I think it's be a gritty, close game. The way Arkansas has played, their guard play has been really good. They just got back. Boogie Flan, he was hurt since January. He came back opening round. Arkansas is a high flying team, and they love to run up and down. They can move. They can move. So yeah, give me Arkansas in this game to win this game outright. I love the experience too. John L. Davis has been in this position before when he was on the FAU team in the Final Four when Dusty May was still his coach, and Golden was on that team, who's now in Michigan, Elijah Martin. So this team has some experience. So give me Arkansas to win this game outright. No spread. I know it's 5.5 Texas Tech. The Red Raiders go down. The Red Raiders are never really been relevant like that in that level of play. I know they made the Final Four, or was it Elite Eight it was years ago. It was the Michigan State game. That was back when I was in college. So those are my spread. Those are my games right there. So I've got 3 favorites winning and I have 1 underdog winning. So we'll see how it turns out. And then we move on to Friday's slate. Ole Miss, Michigan
freshman, by the way.
Ole Miss, Michigan State. Ole Miss, Michigan State. What's my spread in this game? I know it's pretty close, right?
Your spread for this game is not announced, actually. It didn't say.
No spread, really. All right.
It does not say.
There's got to be a spread.
ESPN.
There's got to be a spread.
Minus 2.5.
Yeah, I was going to say Michigan. So Ole Miss is a good team. Can they compete with the Michigan State team, who is super experienced? Tom Izzo's been in this position before so many different times. It's like a countless record with this guy. It's like you put March Madness and Tom Izzo in the same sentence, it clicks, it glues. Ooh. Michigan State wins this game by 3.5. I know they were in a close battle with New Mexico State over the weekend, but I think they're a better team than Ole Miss. And obviously, they're the 2 seed and, seeing an SEC team going down, but I don't think Ole Miss really can. It's the way Michigan State plays. Are they going to turn the ball over early? Excuse me. Are they going to get sloppy like they did against New Mexico State? How are they going to play with Ole Miss? Ole Miss is a run and gun type team. Michigan State is a defensive team. They're gonna wear you down. I love the experience with Tom Izzo. I think this could be a free bet by 4 points for Michigan State to win this game.
Free?
The only problem though is if Michigan State gets into a track meet, because listen, Ole Miss is a much better team than New Mexico State. I 100% understand that. The way Michigan State played in that first half against New Mexico State was very, very concerning. That's my only concern. But I'm not concerned with Tom Izzo and this team in March Madness. Experience. That's the one word in March Madness is experience. And they have it on their side. Give me Michigan State to win this game by -3.5.
Okay. You're betting the house. You said it's a lock, dang near.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Now, listen, It's March Madness. Anything can happen. So I totally get that. I totally understand that. Kentucky, Tennessee. Kentucky beat them twice this year. They played them twice.
New head coach.
It's so hard to beat a team. Mark Pope from BYU, Tennessee, Rick Barnes, who's been there. I don't trust Kentucky. I really don't. I think the experience shows. I think Tennessee wins this game. What's my spread? It's got to be pretty close, right?
Double checking real fast. Your spread is.
It's got to be really close. This Michigan
4.5.
Excuse me, Kentucky, Tennessee. Oh man. Okay, Chaz Lanier. He's super experienced. He's going the draft. You have Rainey off the bench. You have Zakai Ziegler. I mean, this team is well equipped for March Madness. If they are right there. Like, obviously, I know they lost to Florida in the SEC championship and the tournament, but this team is right there with Florida. They're right there with Duke. I think they win this game against Kentucky. Kobe Bray is a great player. Mark Pope has done a great job getting these guys back to where they should be, because Kentucky's a blue blood team. Excuse me. Tennessee wins this game, but I have Kentucky covering the spread.
Okay.
I do have Kentucky covering the spread. I'm in the feeling of like Kentucky either covers or they just get waxed. But I don't see that because these are two SEC teams and they know each other very well. But I've got Tennessee winning this game. I think they're a better team. The experience will show. Tennessee's arguably one of the best teams in the country, if not, 2 or 3, right next to Florida and Duke, Alabama, of course. I've watched a lot of these SEC teams play all year long. Give me Tennessee, but Kentucky covers the spread. But my problem, when I say Kentucky covers the spread, is the experience with Tennessee and how they play down the stretch. And they have the experience, and that's my only concern, where I could be eating my crow, but I'll take the underdog to cover the spread. But Tennessee's winning this game. Wow. This is going to be a great game. I've got a lot of friends that are Michigan fans, and I don't really know anyone I have one friend that I went to high school with. He's an Auburn fan as well. Whew, man. Michigan, they play so well down the stretch.
Are they back?
They concerned me against Texas A&M. I actually picked Texas A&M in my bracket. I love
really?
Michigan.
I did not.
I did. I thought about Michigan, but I was like, Texas A&M is a good team. I love Wade Taylor, the guard. Michigan's, they've got the experience. Dusty May is a great coach. I love Buzz Williams out of Texas A&M as well. But sticking here on this game, Auburn, Bruce Pearl, this team they're the number 1 overall seed for a reason. This is a very, very good team, but they're known to choke in March Madness. I totally understand that. I can't pick Michigan. I can't. I've got to pick Auburn. And what's the spread on this? It's got to be fairly close, right? Is it 3.5, 4?
The spread for this is 9.5.
Whoa, it's that much? No way.
Yeah.
Oh, it is. Oh my gosh.
According to ESPN Bet Sportsbook, 9.5.
It is. It's tonight. No, it's tomorrow. It's 9. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Vegas likes to do this though. This is my concern. Oh man.
79% of America is on Auburn.
Wow. Okay, I'm fading the public on this one. I'm fading the public. Give me Michigan to cover the spread. Auburn wins this game. Auburn wins this game. They don't cover the spread. But the thing is, too, is Michigan is a very experienced team. Golden and May have been in this position. My problem with Michigan, though, is they're a good defensive team, and they don't make many mistakes down the stretch. The concern that I have with Michigan is, can they keep up with Auburn?
They need the shots to go in.
If they can get shots to fall, but if Auburn can, if it's just the Auburn, man, they can come out and drop 80, 90 on you. But Auburn doesn't play a lot of defense, though. And they're supposed to be this really good defensive team. This is going to be a coaching matchup. I think Auburn, man, the spread's too high now. That doesn't make it any fun. If you were to just look at this as a whole, these two teams are coached exceptionally well.
Do you think Vegas got it wrong?
Dusty May, yes, I do. I think Michigan covers the spread. I do. I think Auburn wins this game. I mean, I think anyone with a no-brainer would say that, a 1 versus a 5. But, man, I don't know. That's a lot. That's a lot of points.
Yeah.
All right. So the last game for the Friday game is Purdue-Houston. Houston and Purdue. Houston almost lost to Gonzaga. I don't know if you saw, but always forget his name. Houston's head coach made fun of one of the reporters because he said it's Gonzaga, not Gonzaga. I forget his name. What's his name? He's been there. Kelvin Sampson. He's been there for a very long time. Purdue's coached by Matt Painter. He's been in this position a lot. They made it to the championship last year. Houston should win this game. LJ Cryer, the experience. Purdue is a good defensive team, but Houston really, really should win this game. I know there was a scare there. You know, the ambulance was coming against Gonzaga last game. They're a 1 seed. They should win this game. I think it's a fairly close. Yeah. That's a lot of points though too. But I think Michigan's better than Purdue. I really do. So I feel
Houston's better than Purdue.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying like comparing Purdue and Michigan because of the spread, because they're both so high. But listen, Vegas loves to do this around March Madness. They love doing this. They love putting these high spreads with these teams. There's a reason why Michigan and Purdue are in this tournament. There's a reason why Michigan and Purdue are Sweet 16 teams, because they're really good. When you get here on out, you start to get to the end and you go, man, is a spread like that going to work? Well, obviously somebody's always going to win a spread. However, it's like you sit there and you go, any one of these teams could win. I could be, all of my picks could be wrong. Arizona could beat Duke. Maryland could beat Florida. Auburn could lose to Michigan. Like, you just never know. But when you watch a lot of it and you see, and you're like, oh, okay, that makes sense. Not even like riding. Do you want to ride with Vegas? Sure, go ahead. But those are what he got. So that's my second day. I've got Michigan State beating Ole Miss. I've got them covering the spread. I've got Tennessee winning, but Kentucky covering the spread. I've got Auburn winning, but Michigan covers the spread. And I have Purdue covering the spread, but Houston wins.
You chose a favorite for all of them then.
But I took the two on. I took Kentucky as the dog. I took Purdue as the dog, Michigan as the dog, and I took Michigan State to cover their spread. Listen, I could be completely wrong. But what I've seen, these teams for the underdogs, they just should be able to hold their fair share. But when you play, it's like when you bet against Vegas, you're playing with fire. I did this in the Purdue UConn national championship last year, and I was teetering. I was like, and I took Purdue, and I ended up screwing myself. Anyways, so that's our March Madness roundup.
Cool question. You made a March Madness bracket?
Yeah, I'm at 70%. I'm at 70% right now.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I know, but you always want to be higher. One of my friends, I think he's 89% right now. Yeah, we have two. All right, this is a good one for the tournament, and this is something that's really, really important to talk about. I don't think there's really going to be. I was watching ESPN and I agreed with this. And I don't watch a lot of ESPN or a lot of other guys' takes because I like to give my own, because it kind of takes away, like if I listen to somebody else. But this makes sense, and I think a lot of people will agree with me, and maybe they don't. That's why why we have opinions on the internet. I think the days of Cinderella runs in March Madness are over. I really do. I think they're done, because if you want to flip it to a second for football, the lower teams aren't going to be able to compete with the big dogs. And now you're seeing it in college basketball. Like, of course, I know McNeese beat Clemson. There were 12 versus 5. Okay, fine. But the Cinderella run of like a Loyola Chicago, a St. Peter's, an NC State. I mean, obviously, I know last year with DJ Burns, they had that exceptional run. I think those days are over because these players are getting paid so much money. It's like back then, it's like, hell yeah, I want to go to Duke. Hell yeah, I want to go to Kentucky. Hell yeah, I want to go to North Carolina. Or yeah, I want to go to Michigan State. The blue blood teams. And now these players can go to these blue blood type teams and they can get paid money.
Yeah.
Cooper Flag can go to Duke and he can solidify his family for years to come off a Gatorade deal. DJ Lagway was talking about his time on RG3's podcast, Out of Pocket, and he was like, I'm fine. Like my very first check, like Gatorade, like literally is taking care of my family. Why the hell would I not want to go to Duke? And I can get paid? What?
We'll see if he comes back.
No, there's no way he comes back. There's no way Cooper Flag comes back. Absolutely not. He is first.
They're
pick
talking
overall.
about legacy at Duke. Legacy at Duke?
Why? When you could go make an absolute bag of a fat bag
Aren't
of
the
money.
Wizards right now? The one with the top pick?
Yeah, but there's always a lottery. But sticking here though. But listen, you can take it either way. I think the Cinderella runs are over. I really do.
Yeah.
Because of the money. Unfortunately, that's the way it is now. This is exactly what people wanted. So you don't get to sit here and complain. We don't have any Cinderella teams in the tournament. No, you wanted this. This is exactly what you get. You want to pay. You pay the price. This is what you get. You don't get to run your mouth. The same thing with NCAA with Ryan Day. Oh, they're going to take Jeremiah Smith from Ohio State. Listen, Ryan Day, this is exactly what you wanted. You want your players to get paid. You want notoriety. This is what you get. So now sitting here for college basketball, I think it's good for the sport because it really gets to show and it makes it more it's fun to watch the Cinderella team, go all, but like, is that going to bring in ratings? Like, do I watch Duke for Cooper Flag, or do I watch it for the ball boy on the bench, or do I watch Florida for their team, or for as experienced team, right? Or do I watch Kentucky from all those years with John Wall or Devin Booker? I don't care about NC State or McNeese or Alcorn State.
I see what you're saying.
It's fun to see a team go like that, but after a while it gets old. It's like
Everyone
know it makes it more fun.
Story.
Everyone loves an underdog story, but at this point now, those days are over. It was very cool to watch FAU living in Florida when they made it in 2022 to the Final Four, and Miami was in there as well. It was too cool to see two Florida teams, but the reality of it is that's over. Because those schools won't be able to afford these players. And I'll tell you something, these D3 guys that are at these schools, whatever it's a Bryant or it's a lower school, I don't know if Bryant's D1, but anyways, my point is like a lower type school like that isn't on the totem pole. Those players aren't going to want to stay there. What they're going to do is they're going to ball their ass out and work their tail off. And then they're going to go to a bigger name program after 2 years.
We're seeing it already.
You're seeing it right now.
Yeah. Freshmen are transferring immediately.
When was the last time you ever saw a manager from a college basketball program transfer with his coach?
He has aura.
That guy's glasses are a little too foggy. Anyways, my point is like that's the nature of college basketball. That's just the nature of it. It's listen, some people prefer it, some people don't. But I want to talk about this one here, though, about the tournament. Will Wade. I don't know if you remember Will Wade. He was McNeese's coach. Now he's going to be coaching NC State.
North Carolina,
he had the same problem. He had the scandals and the allegations against him at LSU, and he was removed from LSU. I think what really irks me the most, just like the NFL with Ben Johnson and these coaches, it's like, why are you taking interviews or why are you talking to other teams? And you're taking a job, you're telling your players, I understand you beat Clemson, but you're telling your players that, I'm going to be leaving in 2 days after we win or lose. What? Or after we lose? Or like what? How is this allowed? There has to be a time and a place where they allow this. It's like, it's ruining the sport. Like, same thing with football. It's like, we shouldn't be telling our players that we're taking a job 2 days afterwards. It's like, it defeats the purpose.
You're distracting the team.
Yes, 100%. Yeah. I understand you won, but it puts a message to your players. Like maybe he tells his players, I want to be here and we want to win. And it was great for the program to beat Clemson. And, we've never been relevant like that, but hell, man, it's like a stab in the heart. It's like, I guess you could either take it two ways. You want to wait until the tournament is over or you want to do it now. I would probably rather wait, because then, then the message is clear. It's like, okay, we're focused on what is going on inside this locker room. Just like what they do in the NFL. It's like during the playoffs, like they shouldn't be allowed to interview. No. It's like, no, it takes the focus away. And you could say, well, it doesn't. It does with winning and losing. No, it takes away. I think that they shouldn't allow that. They should wait until the tournament is over. And that's just how I feel. I don't know. I mean,
most of them are going to transfer with him, though. That's the issue.
Oh, so. I know, and that's the thing, and that's the sad part about it, is because of money. It's a bigger program. Why wouldn't you transfer? It's like, I'm working at Mitsubishi over here, and Ford down the road is going to offer me more money, and they're a much bigger they're a much bigger dealership, and the people are raking it in, and I'm able to provide for my family. Hell yeah, because some of these players aren't able to capitalize in the NBA. Some of these players are never going to the NBA. Yeah. They will never be good enough. They will never get the opportunity.
Not everyone's a Cooper flag.
Yeah. So I gotta get the opportunity, or I gotta cash in while I can. I've got to get the Popeyes deal. I got to get the Zaxby's or the McDonald's or the Gatorade, whatever I can get while I'm going to be in this college basketball time frame. I've got to be a star for however long I be, because probably in a few years I'm probably going to be selling insurance, or it's selling whatever, or working a normal job.
That was my biggest issue with the NIL deal. I feel as if you have to cap schools, so every school has a shot at least.
I agree. Well, opening day of the MLB's today. I'm excited about that. So that'll
be
fun
your Yankees.
See. Yeah, I know. Play 3 o'clock against the Brewers. Yeah, you remember? Yeah. Oh, my little crash out.
The pitcher, Cole. Yeah.
Garrett Cole. Hey, we signed Ryan Yarbrough. I'm excited, though. It's a new year. It's a new day. It's a fresh time. I'm excited. I don't have extreme expectations. I'm just excited to watch baseball with the pitch clock. I'm just excited to have baseball back and be able to go to games and enjoy it again.
Is spring baseball better than fall baseball, or no?
Spring training?
Oh, is it? Oh, that's all it is?
Yeah, spring training. Opening day is today. Like the MLB is back, officially back today, March 28th. 27th, excuse me.
In the springtime, technically?
Yeah. Oh, are you saying?
Yeah, are you enjoying baseball? Yeah, are you enjoying baseball in the spring? Or do you enjoy it more?
Well, so the thing October baseball is awesome, because then it's not as many games. But yeah, I mean, I enjoy it all the way throughout.
Okay.
Like as I've gotten older, I've grown to love it more. But yeah, I mean, I love my Yankees. I got my Judge jersey. Oh yeah, I'm pumped. 3 o'clock. The only concern, what sucks though, is the MLB and ESPN didn't agree to a deal. So
I saw that. Yeah.
So it's on ESPN Plus, the game today. So that's a kind of a stinger. But I was talking to some people. It's like they're going to be. I think they're going to be losing ratings for sure, and that's the concern. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it turns out. I'm excited to just have baseball back. Ohtani, Judge, Soto. Even though Soto, left the Yankees, it'll be fun. I'm excited to see. Always with players, and also too. Once I start working again, dude, no runs first innings are such a sweaty bet. No, you can't you bet no runs first inning. You know how many times I've done no runs first inning and bet it? Oh, 6 outs. 6 outs. It's crazy, dude. 6 outs. All right, let's move on to the NFL briefly. NFL new contracts. Giants Super Bowl winning quarterback, Russell Wilson. Yes, this is Super Bowl winning quarterback. Yep, to the Giants on a up to $21 million deal, including $10.5 million guaranteed. Well, Ethan, how do I feel about this? I know.
Tell me, give me quick thoughts. Did you like seeing Russ cook?
I don't know how I feel about this, because I still think the New York Football Giants will draft a quarterback at 3. I really do. I think so. I think just because they signed Russell Wilson and they signed Jameis Winston, I'm still very convinced they draft a quarterback. I really am, with their top pick, because they wanted Drake May last year. They weren't able to get him. The Patriots were saying, we're not trading you guys. We got our guy. Yeah. So I think the Giants win. I think they could win 6 or 7 games, I would say. I know their win total is 3.5. I think they hit over their win total. I think they do.
Better defense this year.
Better defense. They picked up some more guys. Russell Wilson is more experienced. Like, let's just say they do draft Shadur. He's not going to start over Russell Wilson.
No.
Russell Wilson isn't the type of quarterback who's going to fuck it up and he's going to ruin your season, meaning he's not a Jacoby Brissett. He's a much better – the Giants are in a much better position with a quarterback.
He can win you games.
Like, if Jameis Winston goes in there, you might – all hell might just break loose. The wheels might just fall off. You could be driving the 2007 Honda Accord and you're driving down the highway and you just got it fixed, and you get back on the highway and the wheels just completely fall off and you're like, fuck, I don't have the money for AAA. That's not going to happen with Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson's going to win you probably 6-7 games, and we'll see what they do. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they do. like the draft comes around, they could draft a receiver like Russell Wilson and Neighbors. That could be a good connection. Obviously, the concern with the Giants is their offensive line. However,
defense,
I think they win 6 or 7 games. Obviously, they picked up Javon Holland. They've got Kayvon Thibodeau. I mean, like the Giants, like they're a bad team, but I think they can still win 5 or 6 games. Like I know that's not a lot.
That's solid.
Of
that's not crazy. 5, 6 games. I'm shooting for 7, 8.
That's where the Raiders are. Let's see. The NFC East is tough though, because obviously the Cowboys with Dak coming back is going to be healthy. Jaden Daniels isn't going anywhere.
Yeah.
The Eagles. So there's like that division there is not easy, and the NFC isn't going to be easy. No. I don't know. We'll see. Let's see how it plays out. Russell Wilson's a very smart player though too.
Very smart.
So like he can win you games. He's not going to turn the ball over. So that's my one thing about Russ. I like the signing. I do. I don't like both Jameis Winston and Russell Wilson signing. I understand. Jameis is a good backup though. That's fair.
It makes sense though.
Russell Wilson's the starter. Jameis is the backup. I'm okay with it.
I want to assume that they skip on the quarterback in the first, and they try and take one in the second, and Jackson Dart if he's still available.
I think the Steelers are locked in on Dart. I really do.
First round?
Yeah, we were talking about this. Yeah. I think they have pick 18. Yeah, I think so. Ooh. I think so. Because if you can't get Rodgers, what are you going to do? You're going to ride with Skylar Thompson and Mason Rudolph? You think that's the Pittsburgh Steelers are going to? Absolutely not.
Yeah, we saw what Mason Rudolph did with the Titans.
It seems like the Steelers are on their knees begging for Rodgers.
Please. Yep.
Sabrina Carpenter, please. They
skipped up Michigan's pro day, by the way.
They did. That was weird. That was weird. Yeah. That we'll briefly talk about that. Jamar Chase signing a 4-year, $161 million deal. Yes, you heard that right. Making him the highest non-paid quarterback in NFL history. I was shocked that the bank. I don't want to say I was shocked. I was just I was a little taken back because I feel like I eat my crow. The Bengals front office, like I think it's still a joke because you could have paid him a lot earlier. You could have paid T a lot earlier. You probably was still one ahead of Jesse Bates. You paid T for 115. What are you going to do with your defense? Like now you sit here and you go, are we just going to go to the draft? Like you're paying. I think they're paying Burrow, T, and Jamar. I think it's a combined. Was it $500 million for 3 players or $450 million for 3 players?
Something like that, yeah.
Because Burrow's like $260 plus T is $115. That's like 3 something there plus another Jamar. Yeah, they're paying like $450 for 3 players. That's absurd. Now I understand this is what you want to do. You wanted to keep your core together, and T took less money. But man, I mean that is insane. So if you're putting all your eggs into that basket, hell, you better win a Super Bowl in that time frame.
The problem is they're also talking about trying to extend Trey Hendrickson. That's not happening.
Oh my goodness. There's no way. You're not gonna be able to afford him. Like you have to listen. I think the Bengals are playing it smart, and they're also playing it safe at the same time in the aspect of like we're gonna try to milk a team and trade Trey for a second in the draft. I think that's what they're gonna try to do because at this point, like the clock's ticking. You got a month left. Like, are you going to play hardball after the draft? You're going to go into the OTAs and training camp with like, Trey doesn't have a deal. We're going to try to work out a deal with Trey. Like, no. If you're going to trade him now, you're going to trade him now.
Or during the draft, when you see one of your players sliding. Yeah.
Yep. Somebody, because I think he's worth a second. Like, I mean, he's one of the best pass rushers in the NFL. Like, he's borderline right there. So,
my question for the Jamar Chase signing, right?
Yep.
He topped his former college teammate Justin Jefferson by $5 million. Do you think the Bengals slightly overpaid, or is it the Browns messed up by extending
the Bengals or the Browns?
No, because the Browns effect. They extended Myles Garrett to make him the highest non-paid.
Do I think he's overpaid? No, because the salary cap, and that's why I go back to it with these situations. It's the salary cap was raised $20 million this upcoming season. Same thing with Stephon Diggs. Was Stephon Diggs overpaid? No, he was not overpaid. People may think he is, but it's the
26
salary cap.
mil. Guaranteed,
that's 26 guaranteed. That's not like it was like 70 or 80 or 60. Like no, but sticking here on Jamar Chase, no, I don't think he's overpaid because him and Justin Jefferson are 1A, 1B. It's like Mahomes and Josh Allen. It's like or Burrow. Like those 3 quarterbacks right there. It's like they're all worth. Those quarterbacks are worth anything they want. Like, they're the only reason why you'll get to a Super Bowl or any get close to a Super Bowl or win an MVP. So no, I don't think Jamar was overpaid. I understand the market is totally different now. You could say like you're paying that much for a receiver, but you weren't going to lose him. Like, you got to make Joe Burrow happy, because if you don't make Burrow happy, his ass is leaving.
His ass
is gone.
Yeah.
I think, though, what I really do is I think Joe Burrow put a lot of pressure on the Bengals front office when he went out in the media and he was like this.
Talking
and he
about
was
the
saying
Eagles.
two months prior, and he said, we have to pay our guys. We have to get this done. But yeah, like, you're like, as much as you don't want to pay those guys that much money, you don't want to pay 2 receivers that much, you kind of have to. Like, I know
there's cheap.
Yes. Sometimes you can't be cheap. Sometimes you just have to go all in.
Yeah.
It's like, enjoy yourself. It's like, you're not going to get 2 receivers like that in the next 5 years. Like, yeah, okay, no. you can draft somebody, but you have 2 top. You have arguably the best receiver in the NFL, and you have another top receiver in the NFL as well. I don't know if you want to say T is top 10 or he's top 15, but he is a very, very good complementary receiver. The only problem with T is, can he stay healthy?
He stay healthy?
But you had to do it. You could have played hardball and you could have said, well, you know what? No. But they wanted to do it. I'm okay with it. All right, let's move on to this NBA briefly here real quick. The Celtics, Jason Tatum got hurt this past week in the Sacramento Kings game. He rolled his ankle. If I'm the Celtics, I'm playing it smart, I'm playing it safe, I'm shutting down Jason Tatum for the rest of the season 100%. I think there's like 10 games left. Why would Jason Tatum come back? You have all the tools the rest of the way. You got Jrue Holiday, you have Jaylen Brown, you got Derek White. You just blew out the Suns last night. If you play it safe and you play it smart, I know you're playing for home court, and you're not going to get the 1 seed, because I don't think the Cavs are going to screw it up. Now, I could be wrong, but I don't think they will.
I hope not.
If I'm smart, I'm shutting down Jason Tatum for the rest of the season. There's no reason why he needs to play the rest of the season. There's only 10 games left. Like, there's no reason. He got a left ankle sprain against the Kings, and he was able to briefly continue to play. Now, I understand it's totally different, and you want your star players out there. You're not really losing any chemistry. Like, the Celtics are.
They beat the Suns last night. I'm positively sure.
Yeah, like they blew him out. So it's like, he said he remains optimistic that Tatum could come back. He's uncertain. I don't think there's any reason why you bring him back. Let him rest. You want him 100% for the playoffs if you want to win another championship. Because let's just say you bring him back early, hypothetically, and that ankle is worse than what it appeared to be. You're screwed. You won't have Tatum for the rest of the playoffs. You're screwed. Like, I know LeBron's a superhuman and he's a freak of nature, and he's already back after like 10 days after that groin injury. Now, LeBron's groin injury wasn't that bad, but you never want to play around with the ankles. I mean, look, I just went through a flukish injury from the ankle injury.
Yeah.
Now I would know, right? You know, Jalen Brunson's another guy. He got hurt against the Lakers a couple weeks ago. They're not rushing him back. Like, you're already in position to be in the playoffs. Like, you're not battling to get in the play-in. So there's no reason why Jason Tatum comes back.
I just have your ticket in. Just make sure you're
healthy. Don't rush it. Don't ruin anything. Just leave it the way it is. And the Celtics are in a fine position to talk about this. All right, we got to talk about this point. We'll wrap up here soon. Ashton Hall, I know who he is, the influencer on Instagram, on TikTok, on Twitter. Listen, hats off to that guy on getting his bag. I know people are hating on him because of his videos and stuff. That guy has made millions of dollars. Like, listen, you got to be doing something right. If you're at he was at 8.2 million followers before all that stuff came out. And now he's almost at like 10. I think he's at like 9.4 or 9.5. Hats off to that guy. It's like, dude, the thing how I think about it is most people are jealous as fuck because they can never look like that. They never will get the opportunity. That guy is busting his ass. You could say, oh, well, he only played football at Alcorn State. He's got to be doing something, right? He turned the clock and was like, hey, I'm not going to be an NFL player. He even said it. He's like, I'm going to do something that I love and I'm going to be really good at it. And he's put Saratoga like on the map, like the amount of money he's made them. It's like people are just jealous, man. I'm taking a total different approach. And I'll tell you though, the face plunge that he does, I tried it out. Like I tried it out even before I saw his videos, like, cause one of my friends and I were like, oh, let's, recovery. It's great for you. Dude, it works. I promise you, like it wakes you up and it makes you feel like a total different person. But I know his routines look crazy and like you can take like the fun side of it, but man, that dude is busting his ass and it looks funny and stuff, but whew, man, I mean, that guy is an absolute robot. I mean, like, he's got to be doing something right. Like, he's making money. Like, he's like, I mean, you can hate on him all you want.
The timestamps were just hilarious to me. I was like,
oh, yeah.
Like 2 minutes, 3 minutes. Like, come on.
the fact that that guy wakes up that early in the morning is doing all that while I'm still sleeping, or like most people haven't even gotten their day started yet, you got to give the guy credit.
Yeah.
Dude, like you can hate on him all you want, but man, like, yeah, he had a brief stint at Alcorn State in 2015. Like, but dude, that guy's a badass, man. Like, I'm not even glazing the guy. Like, dude, is that your dog?
Yeah.
That is like, listen to this. Saratoga spring water leaded to a 1,379% increase in Google searches for the brand. Approximately 1.8 million earned media value for Saratoga water. Listen, I've never tried. I haven't yet.
I knew you were. You're thinking about it, huh?
No, I am. No, listen, my old boss at my old job, he used to drink that every day, and I just thought of it as like sparkling water. Now I know it's bougie water because one of my friends also drinks it as well. I'm gonna try it out. Yeah. I'm gonna try it out. I'm not a big sparkling water fan though, so it's like,
should we buy one for just the clicks? Have it next pod. Just drink one together?
Next pod, and we'll try it out. What we'll do for next pod is we'll try it out together.
Yeah, we'll open it.
We'll open it and see what we think of it. Oh yeah, and then we'll crack it like how he does.
Yeah,
he breaks it, dude. Oh, I don't. The one thing though, I don't know about the banana peel thing though. I'm not
doing that.
I don't know about the banana peel. I'll try it out and I'll tell you what I think. I don't know what it does though. Like I don't know. Like maybe it cleans your skin or it makes you feel refreshed.
I'm good. I'll pass.
But I mean, dude, those videos are absolutely insane. I mean, dude, the brand engagement that he's got. Also, too, the people like making fun of him though, like I know, like hating on him for his videos. Like you're just you're adding fuel to his fire. Like you're just giving him views. More engagement. Like there's never like there's the saying, I always forget it. It's like there's never any bad publicity. There's never any bad press. You're giving the guy the attention that he wants. He loves it.
People were roasting him because of his college stats. Who cares? That guy is making millions of dollars. Dude, if you have 9 million followers on Instagram with that much engagement, you got to be doing something right. One of the videos that he hit was at 200 million views, and people are making fun of him. Like, dude, the amount of engagement that he's gotten has been like utterly insane. So many people are trying it too. Like he got you to try it.
He got you to try it. Yeah. It's like somebody coming out with this brand new invention and somebody's hating on it. It's like, yeah, but you're trying to make that.
Yeah.
Like, you're trying it, but it's not working. Like, dude, this guy is crushing it right now. Like, you can hate on his football highlights all you want. You can say all this shit, but dude, that guy is absolutely crushing it right now. Last point of the show.
Yeah.
We're doing really good. 45 minutes in, baby. 45 minutes in. Indiana Fever. Caitlin Clark, my favorite WNBA player. By the way, I'm a Fever fan.
You told me you love Angel Reese. What are you talking about? That's what you said. That's what you said. Whoa. Come on, let's not discredit her now. She is a reason why some people are tuning in. Come on.
Right. Anyways.
She's a champ. Bring her.
Yeah. Dude, she's also the same person that said the WNBA players should get paid as much as the NBA.
We gotta talk about that. We gotta talk about that.
Right now, or are we waiting?
No, we'll wait. We'll
okay,
for sure talk about it next week when we crack the water.
Indiana Fever, 41 nationally televised games, the most by any team.
Over the champs, by the way.
Absolutely. Caitlin Clark gets the
ratings. Champions? Are you serious?
Why do you think people are watching the WNBA? Because of Caitlin Clark.
That's like Mahomes having more games over the Eagles this year.
I'd be hurt.
They
should. They're a bigger market. Whoa. Wait a minute. Football's it's its own market in itself. It is. Arguably the biggest brand. Now you got me hiccuping for my fake throwing up. The WNBA is only relevant because of Caitlin Clark. I have said this countless times.
Joseph,
41 games. They deserve it.
Valkyries playing this year?
The who?
The Valkyries, the new.
Who are the Valkyries? Oh,
come on! See, you're not watching WNBA like I am. Look at this guy.
I am. You're talking about the expansion team.
Yeah.
Relax.
Yeah.
I don't know. All I know is it's Caitlin Clark versus the world, baby. That's all I care. I know the other players.
Oh, you haven't seen my shirt yet. I have a Caitlin Clark shirt. You like it?
I got a Fever T-shirt. I have a red one. I have any. I have a Fever T-shirt. I have a red one. I wanted to get a jersey, but I was like,
the jerseys are so weird. I tried to order two of them. I'm waiting for Juju to get drafted.
It's a women's jersey.
The advertisement is just. I don't like the placement.
I don't either. Yeah, I know. Also, too, Juju's Watkins.
Oh my
speedy recovery, man. Tearing her ACL against Mississippi State. That was awful. I had
them winning it. It might be UConn now.
That was awful. Yeah, Paige Beckers. All right, though.
Who's her
Caitlin
rock?
Clark, though, the only reason why the WNBA is relevant, and they deserve all the games. Why wouldn't they? Like, if you're trying to grow your brand and you're trying to make this player your picturesque player or your poster girl or your face of the league,
She's Wemby of the WNBA.
This is the way. I would say Anthony Edwards is arguably the face of the NBA.
What? He literally said he doesn't want to be the face.
I know he doesn't, but also, I mean, Wemby, I think Anthony Edwards. I don't know. I mean, LeBron's still the face of the NBA until LeBron retires.
We have to talk about that, by the way, next week.
Until LeBron retires, we'll say LeBron is still the face of the NBA. Anyway, here nor there. WNBA is growing because of Caitlin Clark. More people are going to watch the WNBA this year. Listen, hot take. I think more people will watch the WNBA this year than they'll watch baseball. Oh, because the games aren't going to be nationally televised on ESPN for baseball this year. They're going to be more televised for the WNBA for Caitlin Clark.
Oh, okay. That's not a crazy argument.
And she makes it more fun, and she makes it fun to watch. I've said this countless times. I'm going to try to get to a game this year. The tickets are so fucking expensive, though. Like, they really are.
Yeah, I know.
I'm still spiteful that she didn't make the Team USA women's team last year.
Get over it. Dude, it's okay.
They hate her so much. Oh, yeah. I can't wait till she gets one of these. It's coming.
The vets hate her.
Oh, of course, because she's brought recognition into the sport.
But a lot of people have been signing this offseason with the Fever. I think one of them was from Phoenix.
Natasha Howard signed with the Indiana Fever. Kelsey Mitchell came back. Actually, one of the guys I had on the podcast back in summer, Kieran Hamilton, he trains Kelsey Mitchell in the offseason. So that was pretty cool. Yeah. But yeah, man, I'm excited. I know we have to wait until May. I loved the WNBA last year. She made it so fun to watch. Like right after the draft, like she got in and everyone like she was struggling in the beginning and then she just started to ball out. I know they lost to the Connecticut Sun and they weren't as experienced, but man, we could talk about the Fever all day long. I think we got a few minutes. We got a few minutes.
Yeah, we have like 10 minutes. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Have you ever had First Watch?
What's First Watch?
You never had First Watch. It's a breakfast spot around the U.S.
Wait.
Yeah.
You have hiccups? Let me give you a trick that my brother taught me.
Okay, go ahead.
Get a glass of water.
Yeah.
Put a napkin on top of it and drink the water through the napkin.
I have the hiccups because of this fake throw up from Angel Reese. So you've never had First Watch?
No, never.
Damn, you've had Waffle House?
Yes. No, I lied.
Oh, you saw my poll?
No, I did not. I have not had either. First Watch? Is this good?
It's a breakfast place. It's a like breakfast, lunch, and dinner place. Then you have Waffle House, which is like
is this equivalent to like an IHOP and then Denny's?
No, First Watch is like a little bit classier. Waffle House is like IHOP, Denny's vibe.
What basketball school is talking about Waffle House?
I don't know, but we've had this ongoing debate that between Waffle House and First Watch, like what's better. And my friends won't get it out of their mind now because I said First Watch is better. Damn, you
never
haven't had it. So you can't really. Damn, you haven't had it. So you really can't.
Troy, the head coach at Troy.
Oh, okay.
He asked if you like Waffle House. I think because they have the most in square or whatever.
Yep. Okay. All right. Well, is there anything other news that we didn't touch on? Like, is there any like pop culture, entertainment, or like sports? Like, did I miss anything?
Do you think Stephen A. Smith is fighting LeBron? You think he'd swing at him?
Oh God. Okay.
Quick preview.
I was thinking about this. Yeah. I'll hold it. I want to talk about it so bad.
Does he punch him? Yes or no? Do you think he would have?
No. We'll hold it. I'm so fired up about this Stephen A. Smith LeBron thing. All right, we'll hold it till next week. But there's nothing else. Like I didn't see any like pop culture entertainment like major news. Like
no,
I didn't see any. I didn't see anything.
Are you hyped about your Stephon Diggs? We didn't get to talk about that real fast.
We didn't talk about that. We'll talk about that real quick.
Yeah.
I'm happy the Patriots signed Stephon Diggs. I really am because they needed a wide receiver one. I know everyone's like, oh my God, they overpaid for Stephon Diggs. They overpaid for him. I'm like, no, they really didn't because you could go into this upcoming season without a wide receiver one on your roster. If you want to develop Drake May and you want him to be an elite quarterback in this league, you got to give him somebody. Everyone's like, oh, well, Diggs is a head case. Diggs is this. Diggs is that. Diggs is a hard worker. I was listening to Edelman, and he's a hard worker. Mike Vrabel doesn't put up with any of that bullshit.
No.
I will tell you right now, the tantrums and all that, Vrabel won't put up with that shit. That is a coach that will not put up with it. He dealt with it with A.J. Brown in Tennessee. So if there's a guy that can handle an ego like that, it's Mike Vrabel. I'd give this an 86 to 87 grade signing by the Patriots. I think this is a good pickup. I think Stephon Diggs is going to be ready by week 1. And I think Stephon Diggs has a fire under his ass from the Texans not re-signing him, tearing his ACL. He also had 4 touchdowns in 8 games last year. Remind you, he's 31 years old. He is nowhere near washed. So let's shut that narrative down right now. Washed is DeAndre Hopkins. He has been through the dryer cycle a gazillion times. That's washed. But I would finally have Stephon Diggs on my team. The Patriots need a wide receiver 1. If Bill Belichick was still coaching, Stephon Diggs wouldn't be on the Patriots roster. They would have, like, you think about it, they signed Juju Smith-Schuster over Jacoby Myers. I think it's a good signing. I'm cool with it. I'm happy about it. I give it an 87 grade, and I love it, which was also funny. Cardi B was performing.
With Robert Kraft.
I saw the clip, and Robert Kraft was on stage. So I'm all for it. I love it. I hope he's ready by week 1. I think he's still an 1,000-yard receiver in this league. He's a 10 targets a game guy. He's nowhere near washed. I was completely wrong, about the Texans not re-signing him. Or I thought they were going to because of the ACL injury, but man, I was wrong. I know the Patriots wanted Chris Godwin earlier in free agency. I think I would rather have Stephon Diggs than Chris Godwin.
Are you drafting him in fantasy?
Who, Diggs?
Yeah.
I didn't play fantasy last year, so I don't know.
No.
I haven't played in like 2 seasons. I've just been so busy with everything else, but I am completely okay with them setting Stephon Diggs. They had a really good free agency. They really did. I mean, it was like $355 million that they spent. But hey, man, sometimes you got to pay to play. You couldn't go on your roster or your roster for your next season with Diggs or with the receivers, Kayshon Boutte, Demario Douglas, Kendrick Bourne, and Matt Collins. So. And who knows? They may still get somebody in the draft.
That's true. Who knows?
They could, or they could trade Joe Milton for a first round pick. And
no, they're not doing that.
That's a good way to call it. All right, guys. Thank you so much again for tuning into another episode of the Inquisitive Mamba Podcast, episode 142. Make sure to follow Ethan's TikTok and Instagram, The Couch Reports, if I can't get rid of these fucking hiccups now. The Inquisitive Mamba Podcast on Instagram. We'll be tuning into March Madness. My Gators tonight going to be taking up on the Terps. Oh, these hiccups are making me want to run through a wall right now. And then that'll do it. Elite 8, Saturday and Sunday, a good weekend ahead of us. We're going to have a great time. Make sure to stay safe this weekend. I know March Madness, sometimes people can get crazy going out with friends. We will just be awaiting some more sports news, but make sure to follow us on all social platforms. These clips will be dropping. We gave you guys our prediction for the March Madness tournament for the Sweet 16 for Thursday and Friday, today and tomorrow. Recording on March 27th. We'll see you guys for the Final Four. And also, too, Ethan and I, we may go live on TikTok. He might have to invite me on a TikTok live after the Sweet 16. We could talk about the Elite 8. So if you guys want to tune in for that, do that as well. And we will see you guys next episode. Remember, it's always Mamba mentality. Mamba mentality.